Sui and a bunch of in Sui. It's been an incredible performer. Every time the market does nothing or just bounce a little bit, Sui explodes. It just stair steps every time. Bang, 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 bang.
Last week, we had Grayscale come out and do a Sui trust, or at least start to get funds from institutional investors on that. This one really feels it has some momentum. I know you're very close with the foundation. What do you think here? Is this one that's just going to keep on pushing on? Is there stuff that you think is coming, which is going to be a game changer for Sui?
Yeah, I mean, just the disclaimer is I am on the board of the foundation, but I'm a mercenary when it comes to my own money, and I have for a while been thinking, all three of us have talked about this, is that this might be one of the chosen ones. And the reason being is that the team is world class. They've built, scalable blockchains.
As we dive deep into the insights of Raoul Pal, the CEO of Real Vision, as he shares his bullish outlook on the Sui Blockchain network. In a recent series of statements, Pal has dubbed Sui Network as potentially one of the chosen ones in the current crypto cycle. Let's explore what makes Sui stand out and why it has captured the attention of this macro guru. Before we delve into Sui Blockchain, if you want the latest crypto news, market updates, and expert insights from the top minds in the industry, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Stay informed, stay ahead, and never miss an opportunity in this ever-changing world of cryptocurrency. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Sui is a Layer 1 blockchain that has been gaining traction as a competitor to established networks like Solana. It aims to provide high scalability and speed, making it suitable for various applications, including gaming and decentralized finance, DeFi. The recent upgrades to its technology stack have positioned it as a formidable player in the blockchain ecosystem. Raoul Pal has been vocal about his optimism regarding Sui. He believes that it is on the brink of significant growth. In his discussions, Pal often compares Sui with Solana. While he acknowledges Solana's established position and healthy ecosystem, he believes that Sui could outperform it significantly in this market cycle. Pal emphasizes that while Solana is a proven protocol with solid fundamentals, Sui's rapid advancements and breakout performance make it an attractive option for investors seeking higher returns. Let's watch the full video.
Sui and a bunch of in Sui. It's been an incredible performer. Every time the market does nothing or just bounce a little bit, Sui explodes. It just stair steps every time. Bang, 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 bang.
Last week, we had Grayscale come out and do a Sui trust, or at least start to get funds from institutional investors on that. This one really feels it has some momentum. I know you're very close with the foundation. What do you think here? Is this one that's just going to keep on pushing on? Is there stuff that you think is coming, which is going to be a game changer for Sui?
Yeah, I mean, just the disclaimer is I am on the board of the foundation, but I'm a mercenary when it comes to my own money, and I have for a while been thinking, all three of us have talked about this, is that this might be one of the chosen ones. And the reason being is that the team is world class. They've built, scalable blockchains suitable for 3 billion people plus. I mean, these guys are world class. They're a little bit technical. So the narrative was missing, but then started to come alive with narrative. But the reality is they've got the latency of the chain down to 600 milliseconds. It's stupid fast. They've now just building this walrus, which is a data storage layer, which is a separate token. But it's like basically AWS on top of, this whole move virtual machine idea. Then they've got Pilotfish coming, which is their version kind of a Fire Dancer, which gives it kind of unlimited TPS. And they've got a very serious biz dev team. Obviously, we've just got Circle, and there'll be, I'm sure, plenty of others, whether it's in gaming or real world assets and other stuff to come. So they're just capturing mind share. Now, don't forget, this is a low free float. And once you capture mind share in a low free float, it outperforms by definition because there's less of it around. You can have the same mind share for ETH. It's not going to go, it's barely going to move. So I know people hate low free floats. You're going to love them in a bull market and hate them again in a bear market because they're just super beta. So I think that's the point to realize. It's also super beta, capturing mind share. They seem to be executing well, and people are looking for the next big trade because as Ovi was talking about, people are kind of like, well, is the Solana trade over? What's the next big one? And so it feels like it's got everything right. I think I don't see what else is going to dominate. I look at the charts of Sui versus the top 20 tokens and a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't see anything that looks close to being able to compete with it for the time being. The only things coming are Monad and Berachain. Doesn't mean that Celestia and all this stuff doesn't go up a lot, but it's very difficult to see anything that's going to outperform that chart.
Yeah, we're just bringing it up now. So it was a top performer in the top 100 this week. I think it even was last week as well. It'd been brewing for a while. I remember you actually posted a chart of it versus Solana a few weeks back, and it really just gapped during that period. I think it's been interesting one. Obviously, this is one, like you said, it's a $4 billion market cap. It's a 15 billion FDV, and there are a decent amount of unlocks, as there are even for many of the other chains in the top 100.
The big unlock happened.
It already happened.
The really horrible one has happened.
And I think the story there has really been a bit more B2B, right? Like they do a lot of B2B sort of integrations and less of the B2C, at least recently, or at least it's been less obvious that some of their consumer crypto applications. But this USDC integration perhaps really, allows their DeFi projects to grow.
And their TVL's huge as well. It's $800 billion now, $800 million.
Yeah. So I think it's in a decent spot. It's obviously, this is a trade which has done basically a 3x in a month and a half. So be wary. But at the same time, this is it's definitely caught attention and kind of led the other L1s. Phantom's been another one because they've got an upgrade coming. But Sui does feel like it's captured mindshare. You can actually see a lot of it has come out from ETH. A lot of people have been selling ETH to buy Sui. They've kind of felt like they probably missed the Solana trade and moved into Sui. But you could see from the on-chain flows that a lot of it actually came from ETH.
The other one that's interesting, I just interviewed John Wu from Avalanche. And I caught up with Piers Kicks in Portugal when I was there. And I don't know, have you met Piers yet, Mando? You've got to meet him. He's such a great guy, good friend of mine, and he's the gaming guy at Delphi. And he talked about the investment he's made in Off the Grid. He's like, it is the best game I've ever seen in Web3, and it may be one of the best games I've ever played. That's on Avalanche. And I got John on because of what Piers said to talk about it. That's going to be really interesting because we've not had a proper breakout, this is a battle royale game, ultra high definition, super quality. If this takes off, okay, that's a big deal.
Well, gaming has had a bit of a weird cycle. It was very, very strong probably a year ago. You had a bunch of different coins come out.
Despite his bullish stance, Pal urges caution when investing in Sui. He acknowledges that while it shows great potential, it is still in its early stages. Investors should consider their risk tolerance and conduct thorough research before committing significant capital. As we wrap up today's exploration of Raoul Pal's insights on the Sui blockchain network, it's clear that this Layer 1 blockchain is generating excitement among investors and analysts alike. With its technological innovations and strong market performance, Sui may indeed be one of the chosen ones in this crypto cycle. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more updates on cryptocurrency trends and analysis. What are your thoughts on Sui? Do you believe it can outperform Solana? Let us know in the comments below.